Hello, and welcome to this edition of Berkshire Matters. I'm Bob Dean. I'm your host for today's show. Today, we're going to be talking with our friends at Masshire. And with us today are Pam Wachowski, who is the Manager of Program Operations. Welcome, Pam.
Thank you.
And Melanie Herzig, who is the Business Services Representative. Welcome, Melanie.
Thank you.
So we did a show almost a year and a half ago. And so I'm very interested in terms of what's going on now. I think at that time you guys were shut to the public. You were still working, but you were doing a lot of stuff virtually. So maybe we should start with you, Pam. Just tell us a little bit about Masshire, what you do, and then we'll go into, what you are doing in person, et cetera, et cetera. So Pam, tell us, what is Masshire and what do you do?
Hi, well, Masshire Berkshire Career Center, we're located at 160 North Street in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. And what we are is we are part of the Massachusetts Workforce Development System, and we are one of 29 career centers throughout the state of Massachusetts. And what we do is we provide quality programs and services to assist employers and job seekers to meet their employment goals and needs. We assist job seekers to secure gainful employment in today's competitive job market, and we offer our comprehensive services designed to meet occupational training and training needs and skills. We assist local employers and businesses to provide access to qualified candidates and to keep them informed about resources to strengthen their overall employment needs and their business. Masshire programs and services are funded in full by the U.S. Department of Labor Employment and Training Administration grants. So that's kind of who we are.
That's a good start. So who in terms of people who might be looking for work or people who are unemployed, who is eligible for your services and what does it cost them?
Okay. All services at the Career Center at Masshire Berkshire are free. We do not charge for any services for the job seekers at all. Okay. Everybody that is looking for work is eligible for basic Career Center services.
Okay.
And basic Career Center services are access to our Career Center seminar, which we offer weekly to describe all the different services that are here at the Career Center, program eligibility and determination, skills assessments, information on programs and services, access to our job listings from our local employers, veteran services, different workshops that we offer here at the Career Center, individualized job search assistance, and job referrals and placement assistance, and also training provider information. More individualized services that we offer, there is a eligibility requirements for that. And they differentiate between the different types of customers that come in. You could either be what we call a dislocated worker, meaning you are collecting unemployment, or you could be long-term unemployed, or it could go off of income-based and basic skills deficiency. There are differences, and we have counselors that will work with people to determine what their eligibility is. In more individualized services, those are funded by the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. We call that WIOA. That is the funding we use for customers for that. And the programs that are available for that is there are specialized nationally recognized credential training. So if you need to, if your current skills are kind of like outdated and your marketable skills are outdated, say you've been in a job for a long period of time and you've been laid off and now your skill sets are not really what employers are currently looking for, we could possibly put you through occupational training. And we can, so that you can gain a nationally recognized credential or a license. There's a lot of different training available. We have done a lot, people for commercial truck driving, Class A and Class B, medical billing and coding are some of the ones that people are really coming in for now. CNA, certified nursing assistants, LPNs. I mean, there is a lot of different programs that are available with eligible Massachusetts training providers. We do like I said, we do the job assistance and referrals. We do more specialized career assessments and working one-on-one with an employment counselor. to develop career action plans. That's people have a lot of skills, but they don't know how to apply those skills into different types of careers. So they help them work with them one-on-one to identify their skills and where they could, what other types of career paths they can go on. We also do follow-up services for anyone that we do enroll into our WIOA programs, and we follow somebody for a year after they gain employment, just to help them and to keep them, in case they need any other types of services or they have any, problems with their current jobs or anything like that, just to give them the support that they need.
So that's a lot.
Yes.
People can go to that seminar that you have every week, and they can begin there. They can learn like what it is you do and what are the things that they might be interested in and what are the things they might be eligible for. So that's the start for people is to reach out to you. And we're going to be showing the number in the website. If you want to give us the number, feel free. But you want them to reach out to you, and then you can talk to them. But that's the doorway, it sounds like, is that weekly seminar. Okay.
Yeah, the weekly seminar. And we do have a Career Center registration where it lists all the different services that somebody might be interested in. And depending on the services that they're checking off is how we kind of filter each customer through the Career Center, because we want to make sure that, they're working with somebody that specializes in what they're looking for. Yeah. So. And
your website's pretty good. In terms of explaining what it is that you offer and kind of telling a little bit about it. So I would encourage people who are, interested after, listening to the show today to give you guys a call, to check out your website. Because, being unemployed or looking for a new job or looking to make a career switch, that can be overwhelming enough as it is. And basically what I'm hearing is you guys are here to help those job seekers. And Melanie, we're going to move over to you, and you're here to help the employer who's looking to fill some open positions. So tell us about that.
Yes, exactly. So the goal of the Career Center for employers is to provide local businesses quality, efficient, and personalized services that are essential to support their workforce needs. Some of the ways that we can do that is to help them recruit new talent by filling their open positions. We can do this by posting their open positions with us at the Career Center. And then once we have those posted, we have a variety of ways to help market those positions. One way, it shows on our local job listings. It is on our website. We do update those listings daily. So there's always new opportunities out there. We can also distribute flyers throughout the Career Center and digitally. We can do newsletters, e-blasts, sharing the opportunities on social media. So there's a lot of different options for people to promote. And our big thing is what works best for your business. So we are flexible in how you want the information shared. We can also we also do what's called a job match, where we connect the specific skills and work experience that you're looking for in a position to our local job seekers that have opted into this. And then we can do targeted marketing, reaching right out to those individuals. So we're getting in contact with people that are qualified for the positions that you have.
So without naming employers, what are some typical positions that might be of interest that employers are saying to you, hey, we've got this position open, kind of thing?
We have quite a few positions available. So there is a lot of opportunity throughout Berkshire County right now. Okay. So we have postings across industries. So we have carpenters, we have CNAs, we have nurses, we have all sorts of hospitality, housekeeping. We're ranging from entry level to director positions. So if you're looking, it's likely that we have something that will work for you. So there's a wide range out there. So in addition to, those options, we do also have job fairs, hiring events that we can offer. So we can do a job fair that is across industries. So representing everybody throughout Berkshire County. We have in the past done industry specific, where we see an increasing need in, say, healthcare. So we do a healthcare job fair to focus on those needs. And then our hot item right now, we are doing single employer hiring events. So we call them recruitments,
Okay.
where we are focusing on the needs of a specific business and marketing for those needs. We are very flexible with these as well. So within this month, we have hosted virtual events, in-person events, on Zoom, on our interactive event platform, Premier Virtual, and we have a hybrid model coming up next week. So again, we really are about what's going to be the best fit for the business and then accommodate around your needs. In addition to the marketing and looking for the qualified individuals, we do have a program that's called on-the-job training. We call it OJT. This is a program that enables employers to hire new employees and train them at their place of employment and receive a reimbursement for a part of their salary during that training period.
Is that something Masshire provides, or it comes through Masshire?
Yes, it comes right through Masshire. It's a cost-effective way to hire new staff and have them go through a pre-screening process. So we do the pre-screening process on the job seeker side. It's really a win-win for businesses and for job seekers, where if a job seeker doesn't have necessarily have a skill to get into a position, but the employer is willing to train, we can offset some of that training cost for them. So it's a wonderful program that we have for that as well. I encourage, if any business is interested in our type of services, reach out to me. I can be reached at 499-2220, extension 124. The best way to set the services is to have a conversation and see what we have and what works best for you, so we can tailor a package that meets your needs.
Yeah, I mean, this shows a good start for a potential for an employer listening. Anything they see, in writing is a good start, but to talk to you, and then they can. Yeah, then you can specifically respond to what their specific questions or needs may be and all of that. So Pam, you're doing right now like that weekly seminar, that's in person, or is it in person as well as Zoom? Or how you doing it?
Yeah, we are both doing all of our workshops right now, and seminars are currently either in person or virtual. They are all live. They are not pre-recorded.
Okay,
but if somebody didn't have the technical equipment to, be able to get on our WebEx platform, then what they can do is they can come into the Career Center during that time. Okay.
And are you encouraging people, like I would call them walk-ins for lack of a better term, people to just kind of like come in and see what you guys are about? I know that you used to have the like a hard copy of the job list that you were describing that someone could actually take for people who aren't necessarily as good on the computer, or you have computers there that people can use. Is that something that's still an option?
Yes, we do. We have a resource room, and we also have a computer lab available for customers, if they need to come in and, it's for job search assistance only. There is computers that have, internet service. It has Word, Excel, if they need to do their resume or work on their resume. They have internet so that they can apply for positions. There is a fax machine, a copy machine if they need to copy their resumes and whatnot. There is a phone available if somebody needs to set up an interview or something like that. That is available. So yes, we do have the equipment needed.
So I kind of want to break it down. So you really, it's almost like a to Z, nuts to bolts, whatever the expressions are, that somebody may be looking for a job. They may not even know where to start. They may not know how to start, but a good start would be to come in and talk with you guys, see what's available. If they don't have a resume, you can help them with that. If they don't, they haven't interviewed in a while, or they're not a good interviewer in their opinion, you can help. You have a class for that, right? You still do that?
Yep. Melanie, you want to talk about our classes?
Sure. So as Pam said, all of the workshops and seminars you can attend in person or virtually. They run Monday through Thursday. So Mondays, we do an online job search strategies where you learn strategies to apply for jobs online. We also do our job club. On Tuesdays, we do our WIOA orientation. That is specific for anybody who is seeking individual services or those training plans that Pam was talking about. And then Thursdays are creating your resume and interviewing more effectively. Again, sign up for all of them on the website. There's a lot of information there. It gives a brief description of all of the seminars that we have, what will be covered in them, and then it gives you that option to whether you want to register for an in-person seminar or if you want to register via WebEx. And then we do send those WebEx invites out to anybody who would like to attend from the comfort of their own home.
Okay. So I want to ask you, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to say this correctly, but what I'm hearing a lot of times that if you apply for a job, it almost goes through like a computer or a system first, and it matches keywords and stuff. So somebody might actually have, Pam, you were talking before about, transferable skills and all that. Someone may have really good skills, but if they're not using the same words in their resume or as they're completing an application that are in that, whatever you would call it, that they may never even get their resume through that screening process. So you guys can help with that, right?
Yeah, and William Murray, he's the one that does all of our workshops, and he's very informative. He's constantly, looking at, what's trending with employers today, what they're looking for on resumes and whatnot. But what you're talking about is there are these programs that employers use. They're called resume robots. And what they do is they skim your resume for keywords that the employer is looking for. And Bill really talks a lot about that during his resume workshop on Thursdays, and how to put those type of keywords in your actual resume. You always want to tweak your resume based off of every job posting. The days of having one simple resume are gone. You constantly need to be tweaking that resume to make sure that you are getting those specific type of keywords in there before you apply for a job, because you don't want to, like you said, you don't want to be eliminated for a job just because you didn't have a keyword that you are doing in the skill that you have and you don't have it in there. So yes. And like I said, his workshops are phenomenal, and he's really informative, and he will even look at anybody's resume. Once you take his resume workshop, he offers that at the end of every session, that he will, look at your resume. He will tweak your resume for you. And same with interviewing skills. If you need to do one-on-one interviewing, mock interviewing with him, that service is available also. He will do that with you.
And I guess to me, interviewing, how do you learn to be a good interviewer unless you do a certain number of interviews? And if you haven't done them in a while, that first interview you do may not go so well, and that may really be the job you want. So you guys can help with that. If you can help somebody just get in their mind how they want to present themselves, and certainly I guess there's some do's, and I bet there's some very significant don'ts of things that we don't say in an interview and all of that stuff. But it is it's almost like like an art. And now with the way things are going today, most of your interviews are now being done via Zoom. So Bill really talks about, the proper body language, proper backgrounds, and, a lot of different pointers on that also, because that, interviews can be very intimidating. Yes.
So we really kind of, practice is what, one of the big things, practice with your family, practice in front of a mirror, make that eye contact, a lot of great pointers he has for that.
Yeah. Because I could see, as you're talking about background, I could see somebody might have something in the background that could completely rule them out of being considered for a job, and it's like we need to be aware of all these things, how others perceive us and all of that. So I'm really interested in the idea that you're having job fairs there and people can go. And again, to me, it's the same thing. Do you recommend people go and just check it out, even if they may not think that they're interested in perhaps this employer or perhaps these positions, but just kind of begin to get yourself used to doing these things, as kind of unpleasant as they may be for some people, and they can do that, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We think the more exposure, the better, and Sometimes it can be surprising. You go in for a job that you might not think would be a good fit, and it ends up being the perfect opportunity for you. So you never know what's going to be there. And these events are also a great way to get past that resume roadmap, because you are not submitting through those systems. You're meeting with somebody in person or Zoom. It makes it a little bit more personal, where they get to see who you are and getting past that piece of paper. So I strongly encourage anybody to come to the events and meet with the people, whether it's on a virtual platform or it's in person. The more you're out there and the more connections you get, I think the better.
Yeah, and that's a great point. That, you know, if you feel that, you know, your strengths are good, like, you know, face to face, you know, person to person strengths, then wow, really take advantage of this and hand the person your resume. So Pam, tell us a little bit more about the training that could be available. Like if for instance, right now, say if there were a lot of openings in a certain type of field, Masshire could offer training to help people get trained up in that field.
Yes, we can, as long as you meet the eligibility requirements set by the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. We do have funding available to, to put you through an approved Massachusetts state and a local workforce board training program. We do offer a lot of different trainings right now. And we do have a lot of funding available. So if you need a marketable skill, or you need to update a credential or gain your license for a specific occupation, we're here to help with that.
And you also can do stuff through BCC, right?
We do a lot of programming through Berkshire Community College. And then I do have to say, kudos to them, because when the pandemic hit, they really did step up to the plate, and they really, created all these great virtual training programs for us that all have been approved by the state of Massachusetts and by our local workforce board. So they've got a lot of really great in-demand Berkshire County, occupational training programs.
And to piggyback off of that, the on-the-job training program that I had mentioned earlier for employers, we can transition somebody who goes through an approved training into an on-the-job training where you may have that credential, but you don't have the experience. We can transition right into that and get you in an employer that will teach you the experience on top of that, and then have the financial benefit for the business.
And again, your goal is to help, whether they're dislocated or workers in transition, to help them get a job. And if they need additional skills, to help them, if they're eligible, get the additional skills to get a job. And from your perspective, Melody, to then help employers. So you want this, as Pam, you said earlier, to be a win-win. So you're looking to make these, from what I'm hearing from both of you, successful long-term placements. You're not kind of like a quick in and out type of thing. You want to make this a success long term, because you want to be working with those employers again. And you want your reputation in the community to be, go to Masshire, they'll help you, and the training's good and the jobs are good.
Yeah, and we want to provide self-sufficiency, for customers. We want to put them on a career path that's going to lead into career development and lead, to an income, that is sustainable. That's why we do a lot of different assessments to, make sure that they're going in a career path that's going to hold their interest. Because if they're going in a path that's not going to hold their interest for very long, they're going to be right back being unemployed. And we don't want that to happen. Yeah. So, they've got this opportunity. We try to, we work very closely with our customers to make sure that they're going in the right path.
So we've got a few minutes left, but I want to make sure are there any things that you thought I might ask, or that we haven't covered yet, that you want to cover?
Yeah, I just would like to talk about two more services that we do offer. And one is our veterans service that we offer here at the Career Center. We have a full-time veterans representative that assists veterans to develop comprehensive job and occupational training plans, and assists with we also assist with transitioning back into the civilian workforce. And then we also have our youth services. We have a team of what do we got? 4 people right now in our youth department. And what they do is they provide services to the youth between the ages of 14 to 24 so that they can gain skills they need to become independent and successful. And some of the services that they provide is summer and year-round employment opportunities in paid internships, employment and career development counseling, high set equivalency, and general education diploma, GED and high set prep and testing. We could cover the testing fees for that, and access to occupational training. So we have a whole department that is just dedicated to the Berkshire County youth.
So for the high set and that, do you do that right on site? The individuals would come right to you?
Yes, we do. We have a classroom right here, and we also offer Google Classroom. So we can do it both. And we do a lot of tutoring, which can be offered in-house or virtually. But yes, we do have a classroom right here.
So if someone, say, is still high school age, but for whatever reasons they are no longer in high school, they could come to you?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think that's huge for people to hear that, because high school can be tough for a lot of reasons, and the fact that somebody is no longer attending with you, they can still more or less graduate or get that degree, at the same age as everyone else. So
yeah, and once they get their high set or their GED through us, then we work with them to kind of put them on a career path. Okay, now what's your next step? So we do a lot of goal setting and post-secondary education with them. So yeah, it's a full service.
It sure sounds good. So we've got now a minute left. So anything else, final words, final thoughts you want to share before we end today?
Oh, I think we've said quite a bit today. We are
I'd say
here.
just come visit us. Visit us. We're 160 North Street. We're on the 3rd floor, downtown Pittsfield. Visit our website. We're open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4, Friday from 9 to 4. So come in, check us out, see what we can do for you.
Yeah, nothing to lose, so much to gain, and it's all good. Thank you so much, Pam and Melanie. It's been great talking with you, and thanks for joining us today, and hope you enjoyed this show. We know this is information that can help you and people you know. So please share it, and everyone, please stay safe and stay well. Bye now.
Thank you.